A 16-year-old boy has died after being shot at a high school football game near Oklahoma City. 4 other people were injured in this, and that shooting, the chaos that followed, all captured on video.
What is going on?
Well, police say an argument between 2 men actually led to that shooting. 2 guns and 8 rounds were recovered at the scene. Police do not have a suspect in custody, and they are asking the public to give them any information that could lead to an arrest. I do want to bring in my colleague now, Markie Martin, co-host of Morning in America. Markie, thanks so much for joining us.
Tasha, thanks for having me. I'm sorry it's under these circumstances.
Yeah, certainly. And Markie, I know you grew up in a small town that's actually not far from this area, and it is a town where high school football is just ingrained in the culture, right? Can you help provide some insight? How does a tragedy like this affect this tightly knit community?
Yeah, first of all, just my condolences to the families who were there that night, who lost a child or who had a loved one who was injured. I think just to bear witness to that was traumatic for a lot of families. And you played the video to watch the players scrambling, staff and faculty dropping in place, not knowing where those gunshots or that violence was coming from. It's just unconscionable. So my thoughts to them first. But yes, I grew up in Ada, Oklahoma, which is about an hour 15 south of Choctaw, but population sizes are very similar. At Choctaw, if the last census count is, still reigns true, about 12,000. I grew up in a town of about 15 to 16,000. So I know what something like this does to a community like that. I mean, that's going to stick with them for a long time. We're talking about kids, players who have probably gone to school with each other since kindergarten. I mean, a lot of those boys out on that field probably have played sports together since Pee Wee football when they were littles. I also think about the police officers who responded that night, who know all of the families, who probably went to high school themselves with those players' parents. And so for communities like that, small, rural Oklahoma communities who aren't used to that kind of violence, that really disrupts your sense of peace, calm, quiet, security, which is why a lot of those families moved to those kinds of communities in the first place, Natasha.
I mean, I completely hear you. And does this sort of reinforce the point that perhaps there is no community, no matter how rural, no matter how small in this country, that is immune to tragedy like this?
Yeah, and you bring up a great point. I was thinking about this earlier before I hopped on with you. It didn't matter what kind of high school football game or field that would have happened on, rural versus urban, private school versus public school. That would have rocked any community that happened to. But when you are talking about a town that is 12,000 people, everybody knows somebody who was affected that night. And for that to happen at football too, which is one of kind of the last uniting things that a lot of Americans have, particularly these kinds of small towns. Football is an institution there. And that adds another level of trauma to the whole incident, I think. I mean, you're talking about a game that people grow up on. I mean, a lot of times when you hear people talking about Oklahoma football, you hear the line, "It's from the cradle." I mean, a lot of people are born into families where you know which team you're rooting for from day one. And for a lot of those boys, too, this is their ticket out. High school football is such a point of pride. It's a big moneymaker for a lot of these small towns. And for a lot of these kids, they play sports to hopefully get that college scholarship. I bet a lot of boys on that field that night are praying for a football scholarship to come through. I bet they play a handful of other sports trying to make it on to college after this. So the entire thing is completely unfortunate and tragic.
Yeah. I mean, I know that this story is touching your heart, Markie, and I really appreciate the insights that you came on and shared with us. And they are still looking for the person behind all of this. Markie Martin, thank you for joining us. I know you'll keep covering this, and we will see you weekday mornings starting at 5 a.m. Eastern. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.